Hello. Today I want to talk about success and this toxic success praising culture we have. I think that we humans have been shaped unconsciously most of the time, and our character, our manners, our values were given to us when we were like young and when we were sort of unconscious. And I think as we go through life, our character, our manners, our ideas, our capabilities unfold themselves. They reveal themselves, not like we experience a situation and we develop a character. I think, on the contrary, what happens to us reveals something about us. And when we put ourselves into different situations, into uncomfortable situations, into uh, new experiences, I think it shows a side of us, a part of us that we weren't aware until that time. But that doesn't mean it wasn't within us. That's why I think the result of our actions that motivated from our values and the decisions we made with our mental and physical capabilities, which are also shaped with our education and what we saw around us and with our examples in life, they are highly dependent to our past, the way we have raised, the way we have been raised. You might say that, okay, I studied hard, I tried my best, and I just wanted so bad, and I I made it. But I think it's superficial. What made you study hard? What made you to want to achieve? What made you to endure that struggle? They are also very deeply rooted in your maybe soul, in your character, in your brain, whatever you want to say, but they are given to you. And mostly our surroundings, and more specifically, probably our family. And of course, you have also maybe genetic tendencies and capabilities but they were also given to you. Okay, and now what? Like, okay, successful people were they lucky all the time, or were they did they have like good examples, mentors in their life, and they did nothing right, or what? Not exactly. The way I see life, especially the things, includes competence in them, is like a river, and we all try to swim through the flow. So there is a river, and we all try to swim through this upcoming flow, and we all want to reach something, right? Everyone wants to have a nice home. It depends what how you see a nice home, right? Is it big? Is it good located, or is it safe? But at least you have a value about it, and you want to get it. You want to have a nice life. What does it mean? Like, you want to have nice relationships, you want to have nice experiences, nice travels, nice food, but everyone wants them, right? And everyone, a part of us, we all try to pursue that self-interest and have a good life and obtain things. And success is, I think, one of the criterias that our society um, oriented itself to make us able to obtain what we want from life. So when you have success, when you're a successful doctor, for example, then you will have money, you will have respect, you will have opportunities to travel a lot, nice holidays, nice cars, for example, houses and stuff that you want to include in your life to make it nice, a pleasant life. But as I told you, I think we do not shape our character actively most of the time. And when we, after we are 15, 20, when we try to establish our lives after leaving from our parents, we just start to discover what we have been taught. And we just start to see our character and what we are and what we can achieve. Because until 2025, what you have achieved is basically some people told you to achieve. Your teacher, your surroundings told you to do that. You try to do that. They supported you or not. Hopefully they supported, and then that support, that resources, that motivation, and that opportunities led you this success. But you were just like a function. You were a passive part of it. Now, the way I see, like, this river, in this river, I think the the moments the moments we can make difference and maybe achieve something additional what we could do, or achieve something additional what our character is capable doing of, is I think few moments. We all try to swim and reach that goal, and sometimes flow is strong, sometimes flow is easy, sometimes it's powerful and it drags everyone. The thing is, some people start and they give their best and they try to achieve something so bad, but that they get tired too early. They their ambition is sort of self-destructive, and they try their best. They just try to swim so fast, as fast as they can, and when they reach their goals, society just praises them. Oh, youngest milliardaire, or youngest billionaire, or youngest this that achieved that. Whoa, such a success. Whoa, this pop star did this. Good for them. But we don't care. We don't see the thousands or maybe millions of other people, those have tried to reach their goals with their full ambition, this full speed swimming, and they were out of breath. They couldn't catch it, they couldn't reach it, and the flow just kept pushing them back, and they couldn't resist it. And it didn't make, I think, any of their efforts less meaningless, or it wasn't like they wanted less than others, but the conditions they had, the opportunities they had, the characters they had, the resources they had wasn't enough, wasn't suitable, wasn't appropriate, what you want to say. And maybe it wasn't just right time, right place, or they didn't interact with right people, right mentors, right? And there are some other type of people that they just don't care. They have this life that they could swim against the flow, but they don't see a point in it. They just want to stay where they are. They just don't want to lose anything they have. They are satisfied or happy what they have, and their only concern is staying where they are. So, as enough as staying against the flow, and they don't bother themselves, not even a little bit extra. I always saw this both type of way of living, these two types of people. I never seen them as a suitable way of living for myself. I think we have a life and we can see it as a opportunity. If you are not suffering, if you are healthy, if your mind is working healthy in a healthy way, if you have like mental capabilities, if you have friends, if you have a nice family, if you just live your life to keep what you have and satisfy yourself in an easy way, easiest way maybe, and doing nothing extra, doing nothing uncomfortable, and doing nothing that pushes you a little bit more, then I think you kind of waste your life. And I am not telling it not only making more money, seeing more places, or being more successful, or being more famous. I don't mean that. But there is always one interesting book to read. There is always one nice person to meet to understand. There is also always one new experience that you can live, and then you can develop a deeper and wider sense of living and this experience of life. Being open to new ideas, new people, new point of views. It's sort of like taking life seriously in a right way is a key manner to have a proper life, I think. And what I observed until now, I am almost 26, not much. I wouldn't say I am a wise person, and definitely I am not an old person yet. But what I when I saw successful people in a decent way, not like this self-destructive manner, but in a manner that learning more, achieving more, helping others more, and when you try to move forward in life, bringing others with you and sharing what you obtain with others to help others and create happiness, kindness around you, that kind of people, what I saw was, I think they they do their best to stay above the water and keep continuing. So they are not like, okay, I will just try to stay here. No. And they are not like, okay, I will destroy myself to reach my goal. I will neglect everything. I will neglect my family. I will neglect my friendships. I will neglect this and that. And I will sacrifice my life to reach that goal. No. They are like, they consistently try to improve, try to learn, try to achieve things while bringing value to other people and trying to make their life better and the others also. And I see them in a way, they just keep trying to swim. They try to swim. Sometimes they try to catch their breath. They slow down, but they continue swimming. Sometimes they exhausted, but they still continue. Sometimes they feel good and they feel like they can have all of the world, but then they slow themselves because they saw they saw the people that they didn't have enough breath to reach. They during their journey they saw the people like the flow dragging back them, and they saw them when they were trying to swim. And most importantly, to be successful, at least if I had any small success in life, what I tried to do, I will try to do because I was happy of the results what I had, is when the flow gets too powerful and they notice it, it will drag them back. And they notice it in this like breaking point. This flow, this wave, this drag force will be too strong, but it will pass eventually. Things will get easier afterwards eventually. And they put all of their effort, all of their power, all of their will into that for that moment. So they just not try to swim their fastest all of their life to reach their goal, but only when the things get irresistible and when things get so hard and they notice there will be no way that I can overcome this flow while staying where I am. There's a decision point there that if I'm going to continue to move or if I try to do my half and eventually wave will and the flow will drag me back. So they see this moment, they give everything they have to overcome this flow and still continuing when it is hard. And somehow they overcome it. When the things get hard, when the life gets hard, when the flow gets powerful, these other two types of people struggle much more. The people who were like going full speed and sacrificing their life and connections and relationships and friendships, when the things get hard out of their control, when the life hits, they just not they can't catch their breath and they just lose it, and then they go back. And probably they will not be able to recover easily, or maybe they will just go much further where they have started. And the other type of people who got just used to try to stay where they are and who just try to have what they have and not want a little bit more, just like the second type of people I mentioned earlier. When the big waves hit, when the flow gets stronger, they can just not resist because they always had that assumption that a proper life should be an easy life. They that was deeply rooted in them, like life should be easy, I should have and sustain a easy life, troubleless life, comfort, full of comfort life. And when things get hard, eventually gets hard, out of our control, there will be definitely hard times we will need to experience because we are alive. We will lose people we care, we will lose some stuff we care, we will lose our health maybe, we will lose our freedom or that kind of stuff. And that people are not able to recover also. Like they just go back and they are now more afraid to lose what they have. But they still don't think to go little bit, to go one step further. So the people I like, as I mentioned, like these people, when they put all of their will and dedication in the moment they notice that it is now or never moment. Things got hard, it's not my fault, but I need to put everything I have to overcome this, and I know it will be easier. And when I overcome this, I will improve. I will be a much better swimmer, much better survivor, or much better person, stronger, capable person. And then when the things get slower, I will catch my breath. And while doing so, they still try to bring value, happiness, kindness to the people they care. And when they're even struggling, they are ready to help to the people they care. They are they're ready to care about new, nice, valuable people. So as these people keep swimming, their just life grows in a meaningful way, in a way that the things they know, the things they have experienced, the people they met. So it's not about only reaching to a goal, it's not only about having what you have and keeping it, somewhere in the middle. Having goals in life, trying to reach them in a sustainable, in a long term way, while not losing what you have in life that are valuable. Or maybe eventually we will lose some of it, but not wasting them. I think that is very important. And as I said earlier, I will try to I will try to be as that sort of person in the rest of my life, and we will see how it will conclude 10 years later. I can tell you if it was a good decision or not, because usually when the fucking old people, old successful people talks, I did that, I did this, I did this, but when you are already successful, talking is easy, right? Or when you already achieved in life, or when you have nothing to lose, now you are old, what you can lose? Your health, your life, the people you care, you already lost them in a way, in a sad way, inevitably. But they talk about success, you do this, and stuff. It's not that easy. Life is hard. And in this way of swimming, trying to swim through the flow is a manner. And as a society, as I mentioned much earlier, we just care about where people reach. We don't even care how did they reach there, what happened on the way. Once they reach, we forgive them because now they are successful, they are rich, they achieved, and they had to do it on the way what they need to do. And others, we forget them already. So what I am saying is, I think we should care more about our character, our manners, our meaningful relationships, our purpose in the life, the value we are bringing, the helps and kindnesses we are bringing, and the also kindnesses we receive, the letting other people to do good stuff to us. I think I think that's what makes a decent life, not the success, not these titles, not these numbers of like followers, bank accounts, or like houses. I have 30 houses. I have 60 cars. I have collection of Ferraris and stuff. I can't even understand how people like give value to this kind of stuff. That's crazy. Hmm. As I mentioned, today's book, it is highly related about this topic. And if you, instead of just listening me for half an hour about this with my fucking broken English, there's a book that I want to recommend that I think you should read about life and success and struggles and achieving and the character and dedication and our manners, which is The Old Man and the Sea from Hemingway. Very nice book, very short book. Like it will take your 2 days with two coffees. You will like it. And the quotes I want to share today are, the first one is I think the most iconic quote from this book. Like probably everyone who read this book knew this quote, which is, a man can be destroyed but not defeated. So the flow can get much stronger, and you might struggle, and you might injure yourself, you might do mistakes on the way, you might not achieve what you wanted to achieve in a planned way, but deciding to stop swimming is your choice, no matter how hard it gets. But here important part is to be able to do that decision, you need still a capability of breathing, right? If you just sacrifice your life for everything, and like this go hard all the time, 24 hours work mentality, when the things get hard, you cannot catch that breath, and forcefully you will not be able to catch your breath, right? You will have to be stopped. You cannot go more. Then it's not up to you. So to be able to have that choice of continuing and keep on going through the struggles when the flow gets stronger comes from a proper balanced life, and then you have still a capability to go through that struggle, not like you were one push away from falling from the cliff. You are grounded, you have a supportive background that you created yourself through the time, and when the struggles come, you just face with them and you choose it and you continue, because you are capable of continuing also. When you are not capable of doing something, there is no choice. And the second one that I like most, this quote, maybe I can quickly mention about the book, that there is a fisherman, an old fisherman, and he has, for a while, he is having an unlucky time to catch a fish. And it bothers him. So he eventually pushes himself to catch a fish a little bit more than he should. And he finds himself in the ocean and he catches a massive fish. But the thing is, that fish is so big that it keeps dragging the fisherman, old man, and his boat. And they just like keep moving in the ocean. Since old man is not capable of struggling that strong, massive fish, he keeps trying to motivate himself that, okay, continue. The fish will get tired, just keep the fish in the hook. And there's a quote that, like, when I read it, like, it never left my head. The quote is this: the fish doesn't know that he is hooked. He hasn't. Sorry. Okay, yes, true. The fish. Sometimes I cannot even fucking read my handwriting, so. Sorry. The fish doesn't know that he is hooked. He hasn't seen the boat yet. He doesn't know who he is fighting. He doesn't know that is only one man against him, nor that is an old man. Let him think that I am more man than I am, and I will be so. Great. Like, the fish doesn't know who hooked him. Fish doesn't know. We know. The old man knows. Like, he's old, he's tired, he's sad, he's under the sun, he's hungry, and he's already like feeling bad about this unlucky time that he couldn't catch fish, and he's kind of regretting that I got much more further away than I should. Much further away than I should, he says, right? Like he should be closer to the coast. But he left further away, and now he's stuck with this fish, and he keeps holding, because the moment that fish started to go and he put his effort into it, like through the time, my fucking wash machine went crazy. But yes, the moment he started putting effort into it, that you cannot go back. The moment you stop, then it means the efforts you put into until now were wasted. And he chooses not to be defeated, he chooses to be destroyed. I think that was it for today. So if you try to I hope my washing machine will not die. But sorry, laundry machine, guys, laundry machine, right? That washing machine is laundry machine. Yes, today's message is for me too, because I think we should remind ourselves more the important things rather than telling to other people. And today's message for me and for you is today's message is you are aware of your weaknesses. You know you are an old man, you are tired, you are under the sun. Things get harder, you get more hungry, you get more frustrated. You are deeply aware of your weaknesses. And you think you will not manage to overcome what you experience. And maybe you have every right to think so. Things doesn't seem bright, maybe. And you try to be realistic, and then you feel like, this situation is not hopeful. But don't think that way. Because fish doesn't know that you're an old man. You know it, but fish doesn't know. Fish doesn't know. And you will be fine. Okay. That was it today. A little bit more than the previous videos, but 45 minutes of talk and laundry machine noises. Next time I will not try to do them in the same time. Good. Thank you for watching. Take care.